Before we start today's video, yes, I'm aware of the horror screams that you all hear from time to time while I'm filming content. So, I got three beautiful boys. They're out there living their best life. I'm aware. We do our very best to blend in the sound, but sometimes they are so happy and so hype that they want y'all to know too. I am aware. You guys get a kick out of it, and you should. But we just want to point that out, that you will hear a lot of joyful sounds, potentially, while watching this video. Appreciate y'all. Anybody who got kids, y'all know what I mean. Let's get on with today's video. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. Let me hear you say it. Positive vibes only, all right? So, we are finally here. This video has been requested for quite some time. I believe that I may have skipped this video last year. I went to go look through my catalog and I did not see a top 10 for 2023. I mean, like I said, I've said before, I've almost have 1,000 posted videos. I don't even think that's including the 100+ live streams. So we do a lot of content over here. So we might have done, but I could not find the 2023 top 10 for life. If I had to put some money on it, it's out there. But I just couldn't find it. But we are here. It is now time for my top 10 for life for 2024. Of course, this video changes every year. I like to shoot it around mid-year, and that's where we are. We're in June, and this is normally where I like to drop this video. So there's some changes. There's some changes from last year if I did a video, and we have some new additions. So this 10 is it. Meaning, basically, you could take my entire collection away. Take the entire collection away and leave me these 10, my top 10, then we will make it work. And this is a hell of a list if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and jump into it. If any of y'all can tell me if I did a top 10 for life 2023 edition, help your boy out, man. It's real out here. All right, so let's get into it. Up first on the list, and this is not 10 through 1. This is just a collection of the 10, all right? So up first, this has an incredible amount of hype. It still does. Blazing hype, probably over the last 2 or maybe even 3 years in Fragcom. Gotta thank Justin Copeland and Ross, my guy Ross, TLTG Reviews, for, at least with my eyes, steamrolling this hype for possibly everyone watching this video to have a bottle of this. From the house of Vertus Vanilla Oud. We're talking Vanilla Oud. Of course we are. Vertus Vanilla Oud. This is the absolute best vanilla fragrance in my entire collection. I have Ani, I have Baby Cat, I have some really nice vanilla fragrances, but this is it right here. That smoky, burnt caramel, sweet, not sickening sweet, but just a nice, sweet, smooth vanilla tone to this fragrance. It is an incredible performer. It absolutely is tremendous. This is a 10 out of 10 in my book. Newsflash, every fragrance we're talking about today is a 10 out of 10. All right, so, and this is kicking off the list. I gotta have this most right up there, top 2 or 3 favorite cold weather scents. But I wore this in the fall. I wore this in the fall. I wore this in the winter. I wore it to the office. I wore it out on a date. I wore it out and about. It's just one of those intoxicating fragrances that I must revisit, and it is definitely in my top 10 for life. From the house of Vertus Vanilla Oud, we have Vertus Vanilla Oud. And this thing continues to develop over time. My juice is getting darker and darker. I've had my bottle for about a year now, and the juice is definitely getting darker. Up next, I don't like to take full responsibility of somewhat getting the hype train on this one. Shout out to my partner Ross again, TLTG Reviews. We did a video here in my house, in my studio, and next thing I know, this fragrance was starting to be sold everywhere. Ain't taking credit. Ain't taking credit at all. But it was kind of crazy what happened after that video posted. And this is 10 out of 10 and definitely top 10 for life. From the house of Mind Games, we have French Defense. French Defense, absolutely. The very best cherry fragrance that I've ever put my nose on. I was the biggest fan of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. I'm still a fan of Girl on Loam, Adial, EDP. Still love it. It's been in my top 10 before. But when a newer fragrance, a new cherry fragrance tops my old favorite, it has to move up into the top 10, and that's why it is here. Sexy, seductive, very unisex. Some may seem it leans a little feminine, but that's fine to me. I'm not, tripping on that. You get this dark, rich, black cherry, this boozy element to it, almost like a syrupy honey that's involved with just creating this intoxicating fragrance. You get this floral nuances that gives it a little warmth, believe it or not. And I know you hear warmth and florals. Yeah, that's what I get, because when the florals come in, this thing gets cozy, man, for sure. So this is awesome stuff. Fan favorite out here in the community. My wife loves it. I've done several tests with this DNA. French Defense is definitely top 10 of all time in my collection from the House of Mind Games. French Defense has definitely had to be on this list, definitely. All right, up next, man, I have a new favorite Parfums de Marly, and the one that used to be my favorite, it's still near and dear to my heart. It's a close second, but after grabbing this and experiencing it, this DNA and what they did with it just really suits where I am right now currently in my life. From the House of Parfums de Marly, we have Layton Exclusive. Layton Exclusive. Now previously, Pegasus Exclusive has been in this top 10 list, but this has bumped Pegasus Exclusive to number 2 in my Parfums de Marly collection. Why is that? Well, number 1, the Layton DNA is outstanding. Mint, apple, vanilla, just a great fragrance. Very mass appealing, very easy to like. But what they did with this, they added some coffee, they added some oud, they added some darker and spicier nuances and tones to this fragrance, and it just completed it. The DNA is now complete with this fragrance. Don't get me wrong, you can still rock out with Layton, and Layton is gonna hold you down. But this here, when I got my nose on this for the first time, and it's really pricey, so I got it for a great price on November Fragrances, really more than half off. I was able to capture it. And when I got it in, I wore it for the first time in the cooler air. Believe it or not, up here in North Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, we do get some days of cooler to cold weather, and this is a match made in heaven. Definitely top 10 for life. My new number 1 Parfums de Marly. I love Pegasus Exclusive. It's near and dear to my heart, especially what it represents. But the overall scent profile, if I just had to choose one of the two, and that's what it came down to, I'm going to take Layton Exclusive from the House of Parfums de Marly. 10 out of 10, definitely on this list for sure. All right, next up, I did not expect my time with this fragrance to turn into what it has turned into. This is my favorite Fougere barbershop modern style take on that specific profile. This is my favorite. It is discontinued. You cannot get it anymore. So my sprays of this bottle will not be going as rapid, because I don't know if I'll ever be able to get a bottle again, because the eBay prices are crazy. But this is it. I love a good barbershop, a good Fougere. This is this is done beautifully, modernized from the house of Zaharov. In collaboration with Stay Fresh Productions, we have Second Soul. Good Lord. It's phenomenal. You smell immediately the quality here. Over time, I've had this bottle for about 2 years now, and it's just gotten better with time. There's a warm cashmerean feel to this fragrance. You get that barbershop DNA, almost that, it's like that shaving, quality shaving, foam smell, but blended in with some booze, some spices. But that cashmerean is really the star on my skin. And it's incredible. It's incredible. This is something that was shocking of how much as I wore it and continued to wear it in different settings, and as my nose changed and my palette grew, that this moved into the spot that it is in. Top 10 for life. This is outstanding. I love it. My favorite Fougere Barbershop fragrance from the house of Zaharov in collaboration with Stay Fresh Productions. Shout out Justin Copeland. This is it. This is it. Second Soul. 10 out of 10 fragrance. Definitely in my top 10 for life. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. All right, I wish I would have grabbed another bottle, but you know, I knew it was going away, but you know. All right, up next, hands down, my favorite Iris-based fragrance. It was top 3 at some point in time, but now it's like top 5, top 6. I smell some incredible things, but it's still in the top 10 for life. And if I'm talking Iris and I want Iris and I want to experience the best of the best, at least what I have in my collection so far, here we are. Y'all probably know what it is. From the house of Dior, we have Dior Homme Parfum. This is one of the hardest fragrances to capture. I know I had a time trying to acquire this fragrance about 3 years ago. And it's perfect. It's a perfect, beautiful makeup baggy iris, some leather in here. It's just smooth, it's sexy, it's attractive. It is grown man juice. That's what this is. Ladies love this. Dress this up in a very, very, very sharp way. Make sure you're groomed. This is a fragrance that you just don't play with. You understand? I know in the days of the day and age of fragrances, there's so many different things, niche brands, independents, but there's so much to offer. But this is a classic. And if you love Iris, here you go. It's hard to get, yes, but if you can get you a sample or get your hands on it, Dior Homme Intense, it's beautiful. I love that fragrance. I have the fragrance. But this is it for me. Top 10, 10 out of 10 since the day I smelled it and the day I acquired it from the house of Dior. Whew, had to be here. Dior Homme Parfum. Very easy going with this juice as well. I wear it about, twice a year when it gets colder because I don't know if I'll be able to secure another bottle. And I got a good bottle because mine really performs. Up next, good Lord, my favorite tobacco fragrance. This is a masterpiece. 10 out of 10 from the craftsmanship, from the bottle style, the packaging. This is incredible. Just got a full bottle after several samples and decants, but this is 10 out of 10 from the house of Argos. We have Triumph of Bacchus. Boy, look at that. Maybe the most beautiful bottle on this list, but more importantly, every time I smell that white peach and that tobacco just mingling and slow dancing, this is incredible. If you don't have Triumph of Bacchus or you haven't tried it, you are missing out. You are missing out. 10 out of 10. Powerful, performs very well. Quality is absurd. Yes, quality is absurd. I am a huge fan of this. And the very first time I smelled it live on a live stream on a What's in the Bag, I was blown away. Blown away. And I acquired me a full bottle a couple of months after that. The entire house of Argos is tremendous. But this is number 1. It is top 10. It is 10 out of 10. My favorite tobacco fragrance, period. That white peach, rummy, boozy, sexy, smooth. It's incredible. From the house of Argos, we have Triumph of Bacchus. This is phenomenal stuff, all right? All right, moving along, we have 4 more left to discuss. This is a masterpiece. This is unique. There's nothing else like this that my nose, I've never got my nose on anything like this still till this day, and it is exceptional for sure. From the house of Nishane, we have Fan Your Flames. Fan Your Flames. This was my first ever Nishane. This is the first bottle that I ever had. Now, the first time I smelled it, Ani and Hashivat were my first 2 that I had some experience with, but my first full bottle was this. Blind bought it. Wild. I do not recommend blind buying. Sample if you can. But listen to me, y'all. Ladies, gentlemen. A unique experience here. Coconut, rum, woods, tobacco, oak moss. This is just exceptional. The plate on here is so nice. I just love everything about the bottle, but the fragrance itself is incredible, different. You're gonna smell apart from everybody that you are around. This is not a game here. This ain't for everybody. Everyone doesn't love this. People have things to say that are not the best things about this fragrance, but that doesn't apply to me. This is a 10 out of 10. It gives you a good, unique fragrance. It performs really well, and it smells fantastic. It smells fantastic, and I overly love this stuff. From the house of Nishane, 10 out of 10. Like I said, fan your flames. This stuff is incredible. Nishane is one of my favorite niche houses and favorite houses, period, but fan your flames is incredible. It's incredible. All right, up next, this is the second appearance from this brand on this countdown. On this list. And if you know me and you've been around this channel for quite some time, you guys know that I'm a fan of rose fragrances. I love rose. It just does a lot of incredible things in different ways. And it was a competition between this and one other rose fragrance, which was going to make this list, but I stuck with this one because it has it by a slight edge, and sometimes that's what you need. From the house of Zaharov, we have Signature Rosé. By a hair over Kajal Lamar, by a hair. And why? Those who are asking why, how? Because I know a lot of people love Lamar, and so do I. But that incensey, sugarcane, Turkish, Bulgarian jammy rose concoction that was able to be placed in this bottle is incredible. There are so many different rose fragrances out there, and I have plenty, and they're really good. But this is the one that speaks to me, and this one keeps me tripping. It keeps me tripping, man, because a smoky rose with that jammy, sugary nature to it. Oh, it's incredible. And the quality of the oils in here just really stands out. And over time, since I've had this bottle, it's gotten better. The chemistry with the juice in this bottle is just continuing to sprout beautifully. My favorite rose fragrance by a hair over Kajal Lamar. By a hair. But that's all you need sometimes, right? Top 10 for life. 10 out of 10 from the house of Zaharov. We have Signature Rosé. Signature Rosé. Signature Rosé. Up next, from the house of Chanel. These last two, you guys already know. They've been top 10. They probably stay top 10 in my fragrance collection. You can take all of these and leave me these two. Seriously. And I'll be just fine. From the house of Chanel, we got Bleu de Chanel the Parfum. Absolutely. Y'all knew it was coming. I kind of saved it to the end for a reason, and it's incredible, man. It just does everything. It has everything that I want in a fragrance. It does everything that I needed to do in a fragrance. It is so good. Done really well. My favorite Bleu, top 10, top 5. It's wherever I need to put it, it's coming with me. Wear it to the office, you wear it on date night, you can go run your errands, you can wear it to the gym, you can do whatever you want. Now the Parfum concentration has a bit more of depth, has a bit more warmth, has a bit more that, I want to say fruitiness, but that fruity woodsy tone blended in with that cashmere and isoe super nature. It's stellar, man. It's stellar, and I've been in love with this since day one. I have the entire Bleu de Chanel line, I do, but this is halfway gone now. Biggest memories of my lifetime of recent years have been with this fragrance, and it's very sentimental and dear to me. But along with that, the fragrance, the smell, the experience, it's one of a kind in my opinion. From the house of Chanel, we have Bleu de Chanel the Parfum. Bleu de Chanel the Parfum. All right, and last but not least, this has been, again, ever since I got my nose on this DNA, I was able to acquire me a bottle probably about 3 years ago, and the DNA is it's just perfect for me. It's just perfect for me. It's just perfect for me. From the house of Creed, we have Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus. Fruity, smoky, fresh, clean, suit, tie, casual wear, whatever. They have so many different, inspired by takes on this. You all know them all, but this is the original. This is the king. This is the king, and they call it the king for a reason. No matter what the conversation of Aventus is today, it is still the king. It's still the king, and it gets it done, and it is a fantastic DNA, and it absolutely works. Boss juice. That's what we got here. Top 10 for life. 10 out of 10. I don't know the batch. I don't know if it's fruity, spicy, woody, or whatever y'all want to ask me. If you want to ask me that, it's just Aventus, and I'm good. From the House of Creed, we have Creed's Aventus. Creed Aventus. All right, Smell Good family. So that wraps up my top 10 of 2024. Again, I don't know if I did a top 10 of 2023. Maybe I should have researched that better, but we're live now, baby. It is what it is. So these are the 10. Let me know your 10. What are your top 10 of all time? Are any of these in it? Am I tripping? Are you agreeing with me? How do you feel about this top 10? Again, fragrances are subjective. So whether you feel good about it or not, these are still my 10. And until 2025 come, Lord willing, we get there and we see that, maybe this will look a little bit different even then. I'm going to say it probably will. It probably will. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. All right, y'all let me know down below in the comments. Y'all be safe, be cool, take care of yourselves. Positive energy, positive vibes. I appreciate y'all for sure, man, for everything that y'all do for me and this channel. I do not take it for granted. Splack it up, splack it down, splacking that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world, you specifically, is exactly where you are going to get back. It's going down outside. I know y'all done heard the roars. Let's go see what's going on. Appreciate y'all.